Now, the forthcoming general election represents a last chance saloon for those who are genuinely desirous of rebuilding Nigeria and repositioning her for global acclaim. And that's according to advocates for Good Citizenship and Peace, a non-governmental organization. The group highlights the need for Nigerian voters to identify and support credible candidates rather than political parties during the elections. Founder and convener of the NGO, Kelechi Mbam, joins us now to have a quick chat. Good to have you on Newsday. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Now, I'd like to do a quick flashback to last week. My colleague Neil, of course, covered the Ekiti governorship elections, and that was a dress rehearsal of what we might see in the forthcoming general elections. And things went quite horribly if we're going to go by the accounts of the international and local observers based on vote buying. So I would just like to know how we can do a better job of informing the electorate about the true cost of selling their votes.
That is exactly what we are doing now. We have been going around trying to let Nigerian citizens know the implication of selling their votes to people who cannot guarantee their future tomorrow. It is like sending themselves to self-slavery. And so that is why we have launched this campaign that is tagged "Na Person, No Be Party." The concept of this nationwide campaign is to educate Nigerians to look beyond the cloak and clothes of political parties, to pierce beyond the coloration of political parties and look at the candidates that various parties are bringing. And so that is our sensitization program, which we have taken, or which we are taking across the nation. So it is important for Nigerians to know that what they need to do, that it's better for them to starve today and then live a better life for the rest of their life than to live a short-lived life and now suffer the rest of the days and be in slavery.
You know, Kelechi, I was going to ask you this question later, but since you brought it up just now, can we separate the candidate from the political party he or she represents when making informed choices on election day? What is more important here? Is it the candidate or the political party?
Come again.
Can we separate the candidate from the political party he or she represents? I'm talking about the politicians here vying for political office when making informed choices on election day.
Well, we cannot separate them per se, but what we are educating Nigerians is not to consider the choice of leaders based on the strength of political parties or based on the weakness of a political party. For instance, Mr. A could be a credible candidate, but maybe possibly he is not in a party that could be, in quote, to be seen as a viable political party. Then he may lose election. But a very wrong candidate may emerge from a party that is very, very large, party that has been in power for years, that has the resources. So our campaign is look at the individual, not really the political party he is coming from. If you check the trend in Nigerian politics, it is a bandwagon effect. It is tilting towards the political party. It is accepted that political parties are platforms upon which candidates run election. But what we are trying to say is, for instance, in a state, one can vote his choice for governorship in a different party because he believes in what that candidate can do for his people. And in the House of Assembly, in a certain constituency, he may see that the same party in which he voted for that governorship candidate is not credible enough, or did not produce a credible candidate for House of Assembly in a particular constituency. He will say no, despite the fact that I voted party A for governorship, In my constituency, I have not seen a credible candidate for such party A. Therefore, I find it in party C. And there is nothing wrong for you to vote that person in party C. So it is a candidate-based voting and not political party. That is what we are talking about.
Very well said. Now, my concern is, going by what you said, na person no be party, which I like, by the way. Let's say you were, remember the electorate chooses to focus on an individual in question, but you're dealing with major political parties who have shown that they're willing to do anything at this point, pay any price to ensure that the party's interest trumps the national interest. How do we win this war, for lack of a better word?
Yes, how we win the war is exactly what we are talking about. You see, there is nothing as strong as sensitization. I take it even from biblical injunction. The Bible said that my people perish for lack of knowledge. What we are doing, or how we can win this war, is to continue to sensitize people. Already, I believe, in Anambra State, for instance, in the last election, governorship election in Anambra State, we are aware that a woman was given money at the polling unit, but she vehemently refused the money. A woman in the village, in the rural area, was offered money to vote against her conscience. That is the starting point. We can make the difference, and the difference has commenced. The change has commenced. The sensation is what we are doing now, and we are using this medium to invite all Nigerians to stand on their feet to defeat such temptation of collecting money to mortgage their future in the next number of years. And let me also inform you that it is a revolution that is already coming. Time is one philosophical factor that no mere mortal can change. Once the time has come for certain phenomenon to take place, nothing will stop it. And we are aware, we trust Nigerians that we are getting more enlightened. We are getting we're getting wiser, and we are getting more closer to what is happening with the average Nigerian.
Indeed. Kelechi Mbam, founder advocate for Good Citizenship and Peace. Many thanks for your perspective on those issues. Good to have you with us.